Hi, Andre. Srini. Are you able to hear me?
Hello. Yes, I hear you.
Okay, super. How are you?
Fine. And you?
Good, good.
Where are you come from?
I'm coming from Dublin 15.
Okay. I'm sitting here in Stuttgart, south of Germany.
Oh, nice to join from Stuttgart. Yeah, yeah. So
Thanks a
you're
lot.
basically working from Dublin and just now gone there, or you're based in Stuttgart?
So I hope the snow behind you is not real.
No, no, it's not real. It was a nice video background. I've seen nicer ones, but this one was free. So,
Very real.
So we will start in a couple of minutes. We'll give some time. People will be on travel or something like that. Yeah. So Andrew, this is the first time you're joining deep learning?
In your meetup, yes.
Okay.
But a lot of here in Germany.
Okay, okay, okay.
So it's 6 o'clock.
Yeah, here it is 6. Yeah, yeah. I think 7 there.
7.
Yeah, okay, okay. So where do you work, Andrea? Or
For Mercedes in Stuttgart.
Okay, okay. What did you say?
For Mercedes in Stuttgart.
Format status. Never heard about that. Okay.
It's a car manufacturer, Mercedes.
Oh, Mercedes. Okay, Mercedes. Okay, okay, okay. I have been to the Mercedes conference, the headquarters in Munich.
In Munich is BMW.
BMW, but I went to the Mercedes conference there. There is a big conference hall. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, yeah. I think 4 or 5 years back, it was amazing. Yeah, the factories runs through the city. You know, it's like yeah, one of the steel factories in India also runs through the city, and it's made by Tata. So yeah, it looks similar. You know.
Mm-hmm. But I hope some people are coming, or
Yeah,
your
yeah,
meetup.
yes, yes, yeah, yeah. 50 people have registered. So let's see.
Mm-hmm. Can you write me your LinkedIn
Yes,
connection?
yes, yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. I will post that in my. I think it is there in my profile. Let me see here.
Or you can look. My name is original.
So I have pinged my profile. Yeah. Hi, Raju. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Sorry, I've just literally just logged in, so I'm trying to quickly. Yeah, thanks for organizing this meeting. I suppose.
Yeah, it was dormant for 3 years. You know, then I've started. This is the second meetup.
Okay. Yeah. You're based in Ireland.
Yeah, I'm based in Ireland. Yeah.
Okay.
Yourself?
I'm in London.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in London, and We run a healthcare business. So we've been in private healthcare and running clinics, cares, hospitals, care homes.
Okay. Okay.
So we're doing a bit of a. I think now here the trend is everyone is looking at SLMs.
Okay. Okay. That's good. Yeah.
So and the closed models as well. They don't want anything exposed to the outside world.
Yeah. So SLM on a air-gapped environment, right? Um, so the beauty about that is it is very focused SLM. And then let's say you feel that a LLM is very good. Actually, chat GPT results are so good, right? But you are selling your data, right? And then for a healthcare or any other enterprise, privacy is so important. And so let's say you try to build a LLM on your own. You have to do training and then the RAG inference part.
Yep.
So it runs into like millions of dollars, like months and months of training, and then you have to do that. So so instead of that, use a SLM. Uh, I think with a 50K or 100K budget, you can be there.
Correct. So thanks for sending your link as well for the LinkedIn. Thank you.
So we'll get started this 6:05. So hi Claire, hi Ramesh, hi Niall.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Let me enable the presentation mode. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. So today what we'll cover is SLM and difference between LLM and SLM. First, I will go through the brief history about that, about each, the use cases where it is relevant, cost, and how open they are. The open weights and closed weights thing is there, and then how explainable they are. Whether they can explain their inference, how they got it. So you know that there are several inference mechanisms using XAI, explainable AI. Some library is called DICE, and then there is a library called SHAP, which tries to explain the results. For example, you are trying to apply for mortgage, and then SLM or LLM rejects your mortgage. Then it gives an answer why your mortgage was rejected. So it gives an explainable answer. So it removes the perception which we have generally with AI, right? That it is a black box. So yeah, we'll cover that, and then we'll have a brief demo as well. Okay. So so small language models and large long language models, the basic difference is mostly if you see from a high level, the difference is in the number of parameters. So as soon as you reach 15 billion parameters, you call it, this is a industry wide, there's no standard but industry wide view that if it is less than 15 billion parameters, then it is SLM. Otherwise, it is categorized as a LLM. So the key difference is size, performance, footprint. Size is example of LLM will be a Gemini, GPT, and SLM will be 5.3, Mistral. Even from Olama has a Llama 3.2 billion parameter. That also is quite good. So here, so SLM evolved from NLP models basically, and the BERT ones and all. There are a lot of BERT models 3-4 years back, and it focuses on privacy particularly, and cost. When you say cost, here the results will not be optimum, but it is an optimal use of AI. That's what I feel. AI tries to and a model tries to give results based on the documents you have, structured and unstructured. Let's say unstructured documents and structured tablet data and all. So it is basically a search, right? And then it tries to build intelligence on its own based on training. So SLM will not be as perfect as LLM in their answers, but it will have perfection, better perfection than LLM in its focus area. As Raju pointed out, like on the health sector, if he tries to build something, then SLM would give a greater answer, because LLM is trained very generically. It is let's say SLM is trained on particular. If you take the healthcare example, it will be trained on HSC docs, medical journals, but LLMs will be trained um, on a dictionary level, at very abstract level, a little bit more abstract dictionary level. Of course, it will be trained in journals as well, but it will not be trained that much in that intensity and that requirement, which will be which is required as per let's say HSC regulation. So that is the basic difference. So here, if you see the footprint is where the buck matters, right? The footprint of 3 minis. I am running it on my Linux laptop here. It's 2 GB hard disk. Sorry, 7 GB hard disk or 2 GB RAM and all. It's basically nothing, right? But a Llama 70 billion parameter one needs 140 GB hard RAM. Then it requires GPU. So just to run it, let's say on your personal machine, it requires around 40,000. Or let's say you are running it a minimum one in an enterprise as well. It's the same, $40,000 dollars. You need 1 or 2 GPUs and 140 gig at least. Let's say 128 gig RAM. So the starting point itself is, where itself of SLM is the bar is low. So here the let's say the enterprise has millions of dollars, and it thinks that AI is the next thing which we want to bet on, and it is right as well, right, in some cases. So then also see the training of SLM. If you see, it is around 50K for an on-prem. But if you try to do a training on a Llama, let's say you build a LLM, a large language model as Llama. Llama is already a built model. It's a trained model. We should not take Llama. So I'm saying Llama size model. If you want to build on your own, then you need to spend around 100 million. With that cluster, that is one thing. Cluster and all. It's let's say you spend around 100K and all on the machine, or let's say in millions, 1 or 2 million on the cluster. But again, you need to train it. So the training takes months. But what enterprises are doing is they are taking the Llama open source Llama with closed weights. It's by Meta, right? So basically they are doing only inference. So inference is the second part which I am highlighting here. So you can, if you do inference on a large language model, so basically you are using Facebook brain, and then you are using the brain is theirs. So they have their bias, they have their all their nuances, which is built inside during training, a lot of training. And then now you are using it only for RAG, RAG in the sense RAG and inference are the same thing. So what you are trying to do, you are trying to ask questions, and then you are doing some prompt engineering. Okay, send me with 20 tokens, sorry, with 20 characters, send me with 200 characters or 500 characters, and send me like this, send me in this format, send me in that format. But basically that is the brain is theirs. So if you use SLM, you do a training on your own, on your documents, on your private documents, and then you do inference as well. So that is RAG as well on your own trained data. So the brain is yours, and then how the brain infers based on its knowledge is also yours, and it is not going to internet, so it is all private. So here there is a slight confusion which people get, wherein when they do, when if you install llama 70 billion on-prem on a highly secure network with GDPR compliance, ECB compliance and all, still it is secure, since you are doing it on-prem, right? So it is secure, air gapped and all. But you're not doing the first part, the training. You're doing only inference. So you're only doing RAG. So when you're doing only RAG, so basically you're using Facebook brain. And so your results will not be as pointed as depth. It will not have depth, no matter how much RAG you do, how much prompt engineering you do. It will not have depth as an SLM. So long term, for a what I want to pitch here is, in long term, SLM is the way, because AI is here to stay, right? So it's not that you download something for free and then try to do some RAG and that's it, gone. It's not like that, right? So it will be there for years. This is your something like a IP for which you have to build multiple products, your businesses. Lot of things depend on language models, right? So any questions?
So, in the banks like Citibank and all these organizations, they have closed models. It's more likely that they have SLMs then, not the LLMs, because I don't think they would be spending millions and like 100 million.
Yeah, but they are not using SLM. What they are using is, they are using LLMs, but they are using only the inference part.
Okay, back to the bit you just explained.
Yeah. Because LLM looks fancy, right? Because you can ask anything. It is more generic. Like bank will have mortgage department, loans, corporate banking, wealth banking, and also if you do only one set, only one download an Olama with Llama 70B, and then just do inference. That's it. But still, you'll not get proper. Proper results when you compare. If you have done SLM with training, you miss the training part. That's what I want to say.
Absolutely right. Correct. Yeah, got it.
Okay. So here, this slide actually summarizes very clearly. If you see the training time, so this is days and weeks, and there we are talking about months. And apart from that, let's say you have millions also, you need to build a brain, right? So if you feel that AI is the next thing, then you have to do that seriously, and serious things like take time. It's simple as that. So here it is written in the last line. If you see last row, it says feasible, yes or no. So it says no, but theoretically it is feasible. 70 billion is also feasible. You need to spend 100 million, and more than 100 million. Let's say you are a big insurance company, you have a lot of money, or a government, or you have a lot of, but you need to spend time as well. So basically, you can start with this 3.2 billion one. You can build a good model, which can that is based on training. Training is the key thing. That's what we have been taught, right, from machine learning and all. Training is the key. So training, do the training on a 3 billion model, see the results, see the effectiveness, you know, and then you yourself will get business out of that, leverage out of that, traction out of it, get appreciation, then move to 70 billion, and then you can spend also. But let's say you go on a 70 billion and do just the inference, you will always be chasing low hanging fruits. So here, if you see, I have put out a detailed summary of what we had a talk. We covered the history, the model size, hardware footprint, latency. So SLM will have faster inference, LLM will have slow inference, because you are more focused. So SLM will be, even though it has less hardware, you will have trained on a very focused, results oriented. It is very strict in the sense SLM, very strict in the sense. Strict in the sense you cannot play around much on a SLM, but in LLM you can ask basically any question, any question, any answer, you will get an answer. So the whole point of LLM is prompt engineering, the how you ask a question. It's not that they don't have answer. Every LLM has an answer. Answer is there. That is we at the start of using ChatGPT, you feel that, oh, it may answer or not. It will answer, but now everybody knows that it has answer. Only thing is that how carefully you ask the question. Let's say you ask for you wanted this JSON format, give it in this JSON format. That's it, or give it with 400 characters, 800 characters. That's it. So that is the challenge. How to control that the monster, I will say like that. But SLM is not like that. It's like a little bit more traditional search. It will give focused, give exact result, exact answers. Let's say you do for SLM on an employee platform. Srini, how many leaves are there? So it will go to Srini, go to that leaves section and get the exact leaves. So it is like and then it will have intelligence as well. A draft letter for Srini. Which was not possible in Elasticsearch and all, right? The previous the search and all. If you say think in terms of search, so it has intelligence, but not super intelligence. But intelligence at the level of what an enterprise needs, I feel. We covered use cases. The other use case of this is private use cases, private chatbots, edge analytics. Edge analytics. This is another use case like in mobile. If you want to build intelligence on your mobile, like nowadays every a person's data lies 80% is on his mobile, right? His data. So you can run an SLM on the mobile, and you can get targeted results for your mobile. Let's say you are storing password in 5 places. You don't know which password is there for a particular ID, Gmail ID. Then you can easily search. It is so much private. Yep. When to use this edge deployment is basically mobiles or any edge devices. And then privacy sensitive corporate chatbot. That's what we covered. So LLM, another thing which we can say that LLM can do more generative AI better. It can generate vision or videos because it's not the intelligence, it's the hardware at which LLM works. So you can create videos, so it's not the intelligence, I will say. And then SLMs are good at regulated sectors as well. Yeah, that's what we have discussed. And consumer facing, yeah, LLM is good at consumer facing because consumer is very generic, right? So here, this one I am trying to show what type of training you need to do on a SLM when compared to a LLM. So SLM has a few layers, small hidden sizes, and smaller hidden sizes to enable efficient training and on-device inference. Yeah, LLM has use deeper and wider architecture. Yeah, so it's LLM is wide open. SLM has few options. So if you see the n underscore layer, this is key 5 for the 3.5 model. N underscore layers, it will be number will be less. So the it's the same as the D underscore model. All parameters will be less. Basically, that's what we are saying. And the data set on which it is curated, this we brushed upon a little bit, right? The SLMs will be are curated on specific domain data sets, but LLMs ingest quite generic data, corpus of data. Like 5 years back, when you used to do that, do machine learning, you used to use that word to vec and all the embedding models, which were very generic, right? So, and tokenizers design, yeah, the SLMs use compact tokenizers for efficiency and yeah, LLMs use expensive so here what we are trying to say here is that you cannot write just you can write conversational AI, you can write as a conversation in SLM, but you have to be a little bit more nuanced in English, and understand what and ask in a specific way. You cannot be very wide open in your conversation. So it should be, let's say, the way you send emails in an office is not the same that you do in a WhatsApp, right? So it should be more formal English. That's what I can say. Then the next one, pre-training objective emphasis. SLMs often oversample synthetic or pedagogical data because it stabilizes training and reduces hallucination. Yeah. So LLM, the big difference on LLM is hallucination. Because the reason is training, that's it. There's nothing else. If you think at a high level in a big picture training, once you miss the training, you cannot remove hallucination a lot. You can just control it using RAG, and you can hide it using some filters and all, but the basic hallucination will happen because it is not trained in your focus area. It is trained generically. And then the next one, supervised fine-tuning. Yeah, fine-tuning is run on smaller data sets using cheap LoRa adapters. But yeah, LLMs apply SFT on massive corpus data. This is similar to point number 2. Yeah. See the example. 5 SFT code loads a small JSON L dataset and trains 1 to 3 epochs. I think Llama and all, they might be running on huge epochs. Epoch is basically batch size. You know how much time you run the how many times you run the training data set. Any questions, guys?
No, this is very useful.
Thanks. And then how do we do, what are the differences in inference? Inference is basically RAG. Inference is a little bit English, right? RAG is basically people understand better. Retrieval augmented, you ask questions and get answers. So there are 5 types of RAG, which are, let me see, somebody is trying to.
Hello. I think we've lost Srini, have we?
Yeah, I think so. Do you
Yes.
think he's going to rejoin?
I think so. I think he just there was something that came up on his look. He just said suddenly disappeared. So, are all of you sort of local in Europe, or where are you based? Is because I'm in London.
Yeah, I'm in Dublin.
You're in Dublin, okay? And yeah, the rest of you, I think I was just I thought the time zone wine this was fitting just after everyone finishes work, so it was quite good. Are any of you
Yeah, I'm
doing it?
also joining in from Dublin.
Okay, very good.
I'm joining from Brussels.
Okay, so you're from the mainland. Okay, so how has any of you tried using the SLMs?
I went to a different meetup where they went through how to use them, so I haven't tried it yet, but I really want to try it out. So it looks like there's some packages, or like you can get access to some of the smaller ones quite easily.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in the healthcare space, so I find there's a lot of new things coming up where, especially for hospitals and for community health, because they have to be closed and they want us to train the model. We have to train them, so it's got to be an SLM. And their budgets are something similar to what Srini said, about 50,000. So the graphics cards, you can't get most of the graphics cards, which are the H200. So those are impossible to get. So I think we're relying on the 4090s and those. But yeah, it's at least affordable, not too expensive. Yeah. What about yourself, Claire? What domain are you in?
I'm in, well, the company I work for, they kind of do survey software, but so it's mainly just out of my own curiosity.
Okay, so I understand. So you're working in kind of the survey software, but this is more just to look at what you're interested in, what could be useful.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyone in banking or in education or healthcare or manufacturing? No, because I found those are the areas where there's definitely. I mean, I know because last year I was with one of the banks, with the friends from the bank, and they were like really keen on the fact that the small language models and some of the inferencing they're using is from a closed LLM, and then they were trying to look at other specific use cases within, and that was where they were thinking of the SLMs. But they're very, very protective about employees using an open LLM. They didn't want that to happen. And Andreas, where are you based?
I'm from Stuttgart, south of Germany.
Germany, yes. Very good. Must be starting to get quite cold across the mainland now.
Not today.
Not today.
Today it was warm.
Yeah. So I think, what shall we do? Because I'm just thinking he's this. I don't know whether it's the same link that he's available on, or he was covering some useful bits, especially on the differences, because I was thinking it's good to listen and engage, but I don't know what to do. Should we hang around for another 5 minutes and then close?
Yeah, I think that sounds good.
Yeah, that's probably what I would do.
Yeah, I'll do one thing. He sent the LinkedIn profile there. I'm just thinking if I just message him on the LinkedIn just to see if he's coming back. Let me just see that. I've just messaged him on the LinkedIn to see if he gets it. But I was just looking at the slides as well. He was going through. I think that's one of his websites, the DB Compare.
Mm-hmm.
Have any of you used that?
No, I actually just went to have a look at it.
Yeah, because it's got a lot of very useful information in there, isn't it?
Mm.
And his name pops up in some of the blogs, so I'm wondering whether that's something that he's running. But it's really, I think as a site, it looks quite useful.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, where were you able to find the website and the slides?
On the DB Compare, it's a K with a compare with a K. It's like database compare.com.
Oh,
If you
okay.
go, if you just check in, it's quite easy to find, I think.
Mhm. Yes, I found it. Thank you.
Yeah. So I think the blogs are at the bottom, and yeah, those are the ones which when you look the view all, but it's quite nice because there's a lot of useful information there.
Mhm.
Andreas, I found you on LinkedIn. Are you working? Are you studying AI at the moment? You're finishing your studies.
I'm not finished
You've not
because
finished.
it's not my. My main work is I work for Mercedes, and studying is beside.
Okay. Yeah, but you must be. Are you enjoying it? Because I think if you're having you're on a formal course, it must be good.
Yes, thanks.
Yeah. The only way we learn is I'm learning on the online platforms or whatever AWS or Google are providing free. There's quite a few very good tools that they have on the training. Especially the one I use is AI Camp. That's very useful. I don't know whether any of you have used that, but they have regular courses on there. It's all free, but they allow you to access the material as well.
Oh, that sounds interesting. What kind of courses do they do?
They do Google. Basically it's a Google platform, so they have various groups from around the world who allow you to sort of attend their sessions, and it's like large sessions, like sometimes 200, 150, 200 people. But they have very good topics covered, and it's called AI Camp. Let me just put the link here. I find aicamp.ai, and it's really
Mhm.
useful because you can join as a member free, and then you'll get regular access to all their courses, and it's live learning. So it's a very good. You can either go in person to the meetings, or you can actually attend online. So I'm just going to put it in the group here on the chat group, but it's called aicamp.ai here.
Oh, great. Thank you.
It's really good. I think yeah, I think one thing for sure, these the online ones are not easy to sort of find when you go through only Meetup. But if you look at what AI Camp offers, because they've given you a list for the next few weeks, you can pick something, and then at least you know you'll get a reminder at the time.
Mm.
And they also, you can access the same course that you've attended. All the recordings are online, so you can actually go back and access it rather than like on YouTube.
That's cool. Thanks for sharing.
No
Is it
problem.
Raju?
Yeah, Bala. Bala's my first
Oh,
name.
Bala. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm based in London, and we're in the care home industry. I'm a medical doctor by background,
Mhm.
but we are all into sort of technology as a team, and so we try to learn as much as we can, because we can't share the patient data with outside companies. So we have to learn how to manage it ourselves internally, and then we have a IT team that helps us.
Oh, that's interesting. What are you kind of working on at the moment?
Care home IoT. So
Okay.
we have, every room has sensors, and then each sensor gives data about the residents who are living there. So normally in a care home, you have to go through every hour and check people.
Mhm.
And that's a bit of a problem, because you have, if you do that, you wake them up sometimes when you open the door.
Mhm.
So all of the data is now collected through sensors, and that's the data that we're putting in the SLM. Hi,
Hi,
Srini.
yeah, hi.
Yeah.
So
Good
you
to
were
see you
there.
back.
You lost us. Did I lose you guys, or you were there?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah. We
silent.
lost you. We thought you'd left us.
What time? It was 5 minutes back or
10 minutes. It's been 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry
Oh,
for.
back to you. Back to the floor is back to you.
Oh yeah. Okay. So where were we? Mm, So where were we? I don't know.
We were in a slide much before
Page
this. We
10.
were in a slide. Yeah, yeah. No, you crossed the next slide. Yeah, yeah, this was where we were, and we'd just been finishing that,
Okay, okay, yeah.
and you
So
crossed
here,
that.
yeah. So here, what I'm trying to say here is, this is the inference part, right? So here, this is different from training. So training is the brain, as we said, right? In inference also, inference is the RAG one, which is wherein you are doing question answers, right? So here, there are 5 different ways. There are, of course, many differences in inference, but I just wanted to highlight the top 5. One is chunk size. As you know, SLM requires strict chunk boundaries, small size, compared to LLMs, where you can give a 30-line question as well as you do in ChatGPT. It will understand and do it. So this is basically like in enterprise email, right? When you try to send an email, you format it in a nice hello and thank you and all, right? It's not like WhatsApp, right? So it is more strict, and SLM, and you write concise in a proper language as well, right? So that's what it is showing here. Then this is this format consistency and JSON stability. So here the difference is, LLMs are inherently format conscious. LLMs, the big ones, because it has a large corpus, it has a more abstract data model, and it is more conscious. But SLMs have a fixed set of data formats because it's small, right? So it's like it's very logical. You say that, okay, I will support JSON and PDF. That's it. I don't support any Parquet or Avro or or other fancy or other formats. Let's say for a healthcare domain, Raju, if you want some claim data in HL7 format, SNOMED or ICD-10 and all. So they will you train that on that particular focused format, and you will get that result. So yeah, that's what the difference is. The third one is on live data versus offline. So right now this Ronaldo is in Dublin, and there is an Ireland versus Portugal match is going on. And if you ask ChatGPT what is the answer, what is the score, it will give the score. So what it does is that ChatGPT, it is trained till 2022, I believe, 22 or 23, and after that it is all RAG. RAG is helping scraping. RAG is not only a question answer; it helps in all the formatting and all the user friendliness and all. So since the guy has asked for a football score, it scrapes the web and goes to RT and gets the answer. But SLM says, no, I don't have the answer. And then the RAG chunking behavior, the fourth point, RAG chunking behavior, that is similar to point 2. So which is on not point 2, point 1, which is chunk size and content handling. So basically it the chunking behavior is strict. That's what I will say. The fifth point is on confidence and self probability. So you can build a scoring like you did in your machine learning days, right? Like you set you get the results and you say that, hey guys, this is not a strict answer because this is all probability. So I have a confidence of this much for this. Let's say you're searching for a particular let's say an easy one in employment platform, employee platform. Let's say you're searching for first name, last name. Some people will have last name, first name. Some will have first name dot last name, but the guy is the same, right? And let's say he's a criminal and we want to try to get his records in multiple data sets. So what we can do is that we can set, what we used to do was we used to do a probability. We used to run all the machine learning algorithms, and then we say, okay, the first name last name match and the last name first name matches, then it we are pretty sure that is 0.9. If there is a space, then 0.8. So something like that. But it is focused on let's say on the name search and name rationalization, and then so whatever probability you do, you give, you know what you are doing, right? But in LLM, it is very generic. It might search for name. It will do for movies. It will do for it can do n number of things. This is like a jack of all trades, I will say like that. So the probability answer, the score given by ChatGPT or any LLM is not reliable, I will say like that. It's not reliable compared to an SLM. Any questions?
No.
Yeah. So then here I will cover, and there are many nuances which these are basically types of differences which I am calling it as nuance because there is you need to understand these are all very, it's not like programming nowadays, right? Like where you write a program straight start to end, that's it. It's all very context driven. AI is, you need to understand the picture first, and then the context. So that's why I call it as a nuance. Whatever differences are there. So one type of difference I have covered here with code, so that it makes sense. So this is a YAML code for an LLM and an SLM. So if you see the first one, SLM, it is curated on quite very focused synthetic pedagogical educational, see the word education, but here in the next one it's a large corpus, it's a web crawl, it's a large corpus, it is GitHub like, it is a wiki and multilingual. So the way the training is done is completely different. So the way you develop the brain, yeah, so it's like this guy LLM is like playing all the games. Let's say your kid wants to become a sports star but plays all the games every time and this one plays, let's say plays tennis, after a few years becomes focused and gets into tennis seriously. So what are the chances of becoming a sports star? So it will be SLM only, right? This one is on the chunk size and context handling. So here if you see the prompt pattern of a 5, which is a SLM, is strict with rules, but the LLM is quite generic. It has like it has rules that let's say if you see the rule number 2, prefer chunks with the most recent timestamp and they when they conflict. So it has rules which are very strict in the sense, some basic rules, let's say for a healthcare, as Rajesh pointed out, there will be some rules, right? A doctor should not tell lies to a patient. These are very basic things, right? Basic things. A nurse should not tell lies to a patient. So it's a basic. So this all the inference which is done, it should be It should not invent facts. If you see the first one, it does not invent facts. Never, never, the word never invent facts. So yeah, it is more strict, I will say, in that sense, where you follow some basics or you follow some regulations which are very strict. Yeah. So if you see in ChatGPT, sometimes it gives an answer, and suppose you challenge ChatGPT, it will then again give the answer which you like. So that is hallucination, actually. So why it is hallucinating? It is hallucinating because there is a basic defect. The basic defect is the brain is not there. The brain is somebody else's brain. So here, yeah, there was a joke as well. I remember that in my childhood, somebody asked a question to a famous scientist. This was trained in the TV as well, in local stations. That let's say you take the brain of Albert Einstein. A kid asked a question, this question. So will you be happy? Will I be happy? That's what the question. If I get the brain of Albert Einstein. So then that the guy who was a local geek and all, he said that if Albert Einstein's brain is there in you, then Albert Einstein is living in that, not you. So yeah, so the brain is everything basically. So yeah, that's what just wanted to explain that. So this is the last slide. So here I wanted to focus on explainable AI. So explainable AI is mostly implemented at inference RAG level, not at the training. So when I say not at the training, so even ChatGPT, if you ask how it got the answer, it will tell at a RAG level, I asked this and asked that and asked this and then I got this. But it will not tell how it was trained. How it was trained, what was the factor why it got this, why it went to that document, not to other document. But in SLM, you can, when you are training, you can train using SAP and DICE, which are quite famous now in providing explainability. So in SAP, you can since you are training for very less data set, you can build explainability while training as well. It will be a little bit rigorous, but but you can do that. And then what you can what you get is you can get explainability of how it was trained as well. That answer also you can get. So suppose you are in the back room of an healthcare sector, and then you want to know the results are fine, or the customers are happy, but I want to know why it gave this answer, like in which document it went and why it went to the document. So that calls training lineage, right? Lineage in the sense how it got there. In data architecture, we use data in lineage a lot, right? So it will try to find out where it got that. But if you try to do that on a LLM, it's not your brain, so you can't do it unless you build that LLM. And then you can use DICE as well for explainability. DICE is I like DICE a lot because it gives counterfactuals. So when I say counterfactuals, let's say your mortgage was disapproved, was rejected. So then it will say what it takes to make it pass. So either you reduce your age or increase your salary. So you cannot reduce your age, right? So you can increase your salary. So But SAP will not give. It will say, oh, the weight was this, the weight of that was this, that feature was this feature was this, but it will not give an exact income which you need to increase for this to happen. But unfortunately, DICE, it works only on tabular data. But let's say for a enterprise environment, still there is a lot of data in tabular form. Lot. And which needs, if you need precise answers, then most of the data is in tabular form. So there you can use, for tabular, you can use DICE and you can get nice counterfactuals where the customer will be not happy, he will be delighted. Any questions, guys?
No, I think when you're saying so in a situation like mortgage applications or things where you gave that example of income. So are you essentially saying, I mean, for this example, DICE is the better approach? I mean, because that is only for LLMs, right? Or is it for both? Hello?
I think we lost him again.
Oh, we lost him again. Srini, we lost you?
Yeah, back. Sorry, yeah, this is happening. Some right click is happening and it's getting disconnected. Yeah, my mistake. Yeah, Raju, tell me.
No. What I'm saying, DICE you've put in the slide. Previous slide was that it was only for LLMs, but
No,
again,
not LLMs. What I am trying to say is DICE is for tabular data.
Okay, but it can be used both in SLM training and LLMs as well.
Yeah. You
Okay,
can use it, but the problem is the LLM training is, since you are training a lot, then
you don't want to.
you don't want to, because there will be a lot of code just to explain what you are doing.
I get it. No, I understand. Okay, it's a question of practical. Technically, theoretically, it is possible.
Theoretically,
yeah. Okay, I got it now. Yeah.
Any question, Ramesh? Andreas?
No, thanks a lot. But I must leave.
What was that? I think you broke up.
I must leave. Sorry.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah,
thanks a lot.
I will. Yep. I will just provide a brief demo of one of the SLMs. If you can wait for. Yeah, this is a 5 model. 5 3.1 model. If you are guys, some of you guys, if you guys are have not yet implemented this in your laptop, it is pretty straightforward. 5 commands, I will say. This is sudo apt get apt install and all. These are basic system commands. This is the command olama pull 5 3.5. It pulls the data within a minute. And then you just write a simple Python code. Just install pandas, request numpy. This is all basic stuff. You run a check whether it is whether olama is fine, and 5 3.5 is working fine. The size is 2 gigs. The footprint. So here, this is how an example how you build in a corporate. You are an internal. This is an employee platform. You are an internal employee assistant for HR and IT. So be concise, policy aligned, and privacy preserving. Never output PI. These are the instructions. And for HR leave policy, what is the answer you have to give? How many paid annual leaves do full-time employees receive? Please provide, and a 1-line note about carryover. So this is prompt engineering. How you how you will size your text in the question. So you gave them this is the training which you are doing. And then you generate. So Olama is the runner, okay? It is not the llama. It's not. It's still an SLM only, because Olama is a runner. Is a runner in the sense it's a runtime. It enables various LLMs and SLMs to run. So it is it's like a JVM. If I tell in a programming way. But still, what I'm running is a 5. So I'm training that, and I'm trying to do a RAG on it. So you run a prompt. What is the response? What is the latency? HR leave policy, and what is the response? You got full-time employees receive this blah, expense policy, required details, ensure all submission, VPN troubleshoot if you ask what it gives, security awareness, blah blah blah. So here what we discussed about the probability, setting up the scores. So here you are saying that, okay, I categorize it as gold. Let's say a question about parental leave policy. So then if you if that is gold, if you set it as HR, printer in room 2A is jammed repeatedly. So this is a facilities question, right? If that is the answer, then it is gold. And if it says admin, then it is silver. So something like that. So you classify, you build a scoring system basically, and this scoring system will be targeted because you know your business, you know what to be done. It's not halabaloo, like very generic. So it is focused answer. So you find it useful every day. This is summarizing. Yeah, classify. Okay, this is the mini. Okay, this is the benchmark. How much time it took for summarizing, classifying. So here, this is the output of a real AI model, right? Yeah, just I asked, draft a brief HR reminder about submitting expense receipts within 7 days. So I drafted an email, tick, 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 tick. This you cannot do it in Elasticsearch or something like that. It will give what you ask, right? And will do a good search. But here it is building up content. And it is building up real content focused on what your business is. Yeah, that's it, guys.
Wow, this is I think this demo is really helpful. Even more.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
I think.
Thank you. Sorry,
Srini, thank you very much.
Yep.
Yeah,
Thanks.
thank you so much.
Yeah, let's be in touch. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask a few questions? Sorry.
Yeah, you can ask. Yeah, Ramesh.
Where can I find this GitHub repository?
Oh, this GitHub repository, I will upload it. I have not uploaded it. Yeah.
Will you upload it on Meetup?
Yeah, I will
Okay.
send the link on the Meetup.
Okay. And sorry, just so I understand this, you've created a RAG model using an SLM, right?
Yes.
Okay. And is this Llama 5, can we use it for free or do we have to pay a certain amount?
No, this is an SLM. This is Phi. Phi is from Microsoft.
Oh,
Yeah, this is
sorry.
a free model. It's a free model from Microsoft.
Oh, okay.
So if you see here top, I have written Phi 3.5. Pulling Phi
Okay.
3.5. Yeah. There is a Llama free one as well.
Mm-hmm.
That is 3 billion parameter. Yeah.
Okay.
But the beauty about SLM is you need to train it. if you use SLM again for inference, then it will be too you're hitting too low. It will be useful only for learning and all, but that's it. So either you use LLM for training, LLM for inference as a very short-term goal. Let's say just for learning, that also I will say. But if you want to build a brain, then you have to train and then do the inference using SLM. Simple.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Otherwise, you will fall in hallucination and all. Yeah.
okay. So there's a project that I'm considering working on, and it involves, I think, building like a simple RAG model. So there's an animal shelter here in Dublin, and they have a lot of fosters that are in their network who take care of kittens until the kittens or cats find a new home. And I was thinking of building like some kind of RAG model that is knowledgeable on how to take care of kittens and cats,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
that fosters can use this model to answer some of their questions if they run into
And do
issues.
they have documents specifying how to take care? Like, let's say Ireland Welfare Board will have some documents, right? How to take care of it. You should not leave the pet alone for 7 days or something like that. Some
Yeah,
regulations there, right?
yeah, there are some online resources that I could use. There is very little internal documentation within the
Okay.
animal shelter. There's maybe one or two documents, but the primary sources of information was going to be like online, like websites, and then maybe some SOPs internally within the animal shelter.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do they want to be very secure, or it's like so this
So
is not for internal use, right? That's what I understand.
So I think privacy would come in if we want to, so we would want to protect the identities of the fosters themselves, but the information around cats is very, I assume, will be very generic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is privacy involved on who is trying to
Fetch
the
the
post
information.
first. Okay.
Like if a foster says, "Oh, I live in XYZ, where's the nearest vet clinic?" Maybe that's information that should be protected and should not be.
Oh, that's an address also, right? So it's very
Yeah.
sensitive. Yeah. So
Yeah.
then I think you should go with private. Yeah, I should go with SLM. Yeah, I will say like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Or if you want quick results, and if they just want a RAG model, and then you can just do the RAG on SLM on a small 3 gig 3 billion one. But 70 billion one, even if you do only RAG, it will be quite costly.
Okay. And there's no free way to build a RAG model except for the one that you just showed, or does this require also some amount of financial resources?
In the sense, infrastructure, so you have to host it somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, the hosting, anybody will take money, right? Even if you do it in Google, they will charge you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Could I just reach out to you over LinkedIn if I have more questions about this
Sure.
project?
No issues.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks
Bye.
for joining. Bye.
Thank you.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye, Srini. Bye, Manisha.